What if everything you've been told about building muscle is wrong? What if the reason you're not growing isn't because you're doing too little, but because you're doing too much? For decades, the fitness industry has repeated the same message. Train longer, train harder, train more often. More sets, more exercises, more time in the gym. And yet, despite all that effort, so many people stay the same. Stuck, frustrated, exhausted. So what if the problem isn't your effort, but your approach? This is where heavy duty begins. Developed by Mentzer, this system challenges one of the most deeply rooted beliefs in fitness, that more work leads to more result. Instead, heavy duty is built on a completely different idea, that growth comes from intensity, not volume, not frequency, not duration, intensity. Most people never truly experience this. They train, but they don't push to their real limit. They stop when it becomes uncomfortable, not when it becomes impossible. But Mentzer believed that real muscle growth only happens under one condition: when the body is pushed to a level it is not prepared for, a level that forces it to adapt. In heavy duty, you don't perform endless sets. You perform one set, but that one set changes everything. It is controlled, focused, relentless, and it is taken to absolute failure. Not when it burns, not when it feels heavy, but when the muscle physically cannot produce another repetition. That final attempt, when the weight stops moving, when your body has nothing left to give, that is the moment that triggers growth. Because your body doesn't grow from lifting weights, it grows from responding to stress. And not just any stress, but deep, intense, unavoidable stress, the kind that forces adaptation. But here is where most people make a critical mistake. They believe the workout builds muscle. It doesn't. The workout only starts the process. Growth happens later, after the gym, during recovery. Every time you train to failure, you create damage within the muscle fibers. Your body responds by repairing that damage, and not just repairing it, but rebuilding it stronger than before. This is how progress happens. But this process takes time. And if you interrupt it, you stop the growth. This is the hidden danger of training too often. You return to the gym before your body has fully recovered. You apply new stress on top of unfinished recovery. And instead of moving forward, you stay in a constant state of breakdown. Fatigue builds, strength decreases, motivation fades, and progress disappears. This is overtraining. And it is far more common than most people realize. Heavy duty solves this problem in a simple but powerful way. It reduces training frequency and increases recovery time. Instead of training every day, you train less often. Sometimes only a few times per week. Sometimes even less. Because the goal is not to train more. The goal is to recover fully and then grow. This requires patience. It requires discipline. And it requires trust. Because you are going against everything you've been taught. While others are pushing harder and doing more, you are stepping back, recovering, waiting, and then returning stronger. Another core principle of heavy duty is efficiency. Every exercise must have a purpose. Every repetition must matter. There is no room for wasted effort. No unnecessary sets. No random movements. Everything is intentional. This is where technique becomes critical. Form is not optional. It is essential. Momentum is removed. The weight is controlled at all times. Because the goal is not to lift the weight. The goal is to challenge the muscle. And that requires precision. Slow repetitions increase tension. Especially during the negative phase, when the muscle is lowering the weight. This is where a large part of the stimulus occurs. By controlling this phase, you increase effectiveness. You make each rep count. And you reduce the risk of injury. Heavy duty also recognizes something most systems ignore: individuality. No two bodies are the same. Your recovery ability, your strength level, your adaptation rate, they are unique to you. This means there is no perfect universal program. Only principles. and your ability to apply them intelligently. This is why Mentzer emphasized thinking.
There is the overall champion, Mike Mentzer from Washington, D.C.
This award is 2 tickets to Australia with stopovers in Hawaii and Fiji, Mike.
Darcy Beckles of Barbados was 2nd overall, and Dave Dupre was 3rd overall.
I congratulate you on a tremendous championship.
Ray Below was most muscular. Now the champ.
Mr. North America for 1977, Mike Mentzer of Washington, D.C. And Mike, I understand you're a medical student. Does this help and assist in the development and the understanding of the muscles?
Well, certainly a bodybuilder has to have a knowledge of all the muscles, but that's not why I chose medicine, no.
Did you get into the body development aspects of it because of medicine or vice versa?
Well, I got into bodybuilding, and that led to, of course, an intense interest in the body, and it developed, of course, into my present status as a student in medicine.
How many hours a day do you have to work to develop a physique like that?
Well, most bodybuilders train at least 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, but I only train a total of 3 hours a week.
Okay, what do you do during those hours?
Train very hard.
What type of training? Working mainly on weights?
Yeah, barbells, dumbbells, so forth.
What's the most you lift?
About 1,200 pounds.
Let's see you flex those muscles one more time. Just a nice close-up shot here for that arm development. Now, let's see. Let's compare. No, I'll put mine behind you and you'll cover the whole thing. Okay, Mike, what are you going to do in the future now? Obviously, you've got a very heavy schedule with the medical studies. What are you going to do as far as bodybuilding is concerned?
Well, the two are starting to conflict, so one of these days I'll have to make a decision, either bodybuilding or medicine.
Okay, now some people are obviously going to ask, after you give up bodybuilding, what happens to the muscles? Do they begin to sag?
No, not at all. As long as you tailor your diet to your activity demands, your muscles just shrink and atrophy back to normal size.
Mike Mentzer, congratulations, a tremendous development and a tremendous accomplishment. Mr. North America for 1977. This is Don Whitman reporting from the championships in Vancouver.
Understanding, awareness, not blindly following routines, but learning how your body responds, adjusting when needed, improving over time. This makes heavy duty more than physical training. It becomes a mental discipline, because training to true failure requires honesty. You cannot fake it. You cannot pretend. You either gave everything, or you didn't. And most people stop too early. Not because they can't continue, but because it's uncomfortable, because it hurts, because it demands more than they're willing to give. Heavy duty asks for more. More focus, more effort, more mental strength. But in return, it gives you something powerful. Clarity. You no longer chase endless routines. You no longer waste time on unnecessary work. You focus on what actually produces result. Brief, intense training, followed by proper recovery. This creates a cycle. Stress, recovery, growth. And when that cycle is respected, progress becomes consistent. Strength increases, muscle develops, confidence builds, and perhaps most importantly, your mindset changes. You stop thinking in terms of more, and start thinking in terms of better. Better execution, better recovery, better result. Heavy duty is not easy. It is simple, but not easy, because it demands everything from you in a short period of time. There is no distraction, no wasted motion, no escape from effort. Just you, the weight, and the truth of your limit. And in that moment, you either grow, or you don't. In the end, heavy duty is not just a training method. It is a philosophy, a rejection of excess, a focus on what truly matters. Intensity, recovery, progress. It teaches you that more is not always better, that smarter is stronger, that less can be more. So the next time you step into the gym, ask yourself one question. Are you training to fill time, or are you training to grow? Because real progress does not come from how long you train. It comes from how hard you push, and how well you recover. Train with purpose. Train with intensity. And when the work is done, step back, recover, adapt, grow. Train less, recover more. grow beyond limits.